My parents sold everything to travel the world and came back demanding I support them. I gave them exactly the retirement they planned for. My parents called me from the airport, saying they were back from their 5-year world tour and would be staying with me. Not asking, telling. They'd sold our family home, cashed out their retirement accounts, and spent every penny traveling to 60 countries while constantly posting about living their best lives. When I was 23 and struggling to pay for college, they sold the house I grew up in and told me it was time I learned independence. They gave me 2 weeks to find somewhere to live and said experiencing hardship would make me stronger. They took the $400,000 from the house sale, plus their $300,000 in retirement savings, and bought one-way tickets to Thailand. They sent me postcards from beaches while I worked 3 jobs to afford tuition. They posted photos eating at 5-star restaurants while I survived on rice and beans. When I begged them for just a small loan to finish my last semester, they said they couldn't access their travel fund and that I needed to figure it out myself. They actually said that helping me would rob me of the satisfaction of earning my degree independently. I had to drop out with 1 semester left because I couldn't afford it. My parents were in Morocco riding camels that same week, posting about how life was too short to wait for adventure. For 5 years, they traveled everywhere: Europe, Asia, South America, Australia. They stayed in luxury resorts and took expensive tours. They bought designer clothes in Paris and jewelry in India. They never once asked how I was doing or offered to help when I got sick and had medical bills that destroyed my credit. They missed my wedding because they were at some meditation retreat in Bali that couldn't be rescheduled. They sent a card saying they were there in spirit while they posted photos of their couple's massage. Now they were standing in my apartment with 2 suitcases and nothing else. They announced they'd spent everything and needed to live with me while they figured out their next steps. My mother walked around my small apartment saying it would be tight, but they'd make it work. My father started moving my things out of my bedroom, saying they needed the bigger room for their bad backs from all the adventure sports they'd done. They told me I'd sleep on the couch since young people were more flexible. When I said absolutely not, they looked shocked. They said I had an obligation to care for them since they raised me. They actually brought up changing my diapers as a baby, like that was a debt I needed to repay. My mother said they'd given me life and 18 years of support, so I owed them at least that much back. They'd already told their travel friends that their successful daughter would be taking care of them. They'd bragged about how I had a good job and could easily support 3 people. What they didn't know was that I'd gotten that good job only after years of struggling because of them. They had no idea about the nights I went hungry, the times I was almost evicted, or the opportunities I lost because I couldn't afford to take unpaid internships like my peers. They sat on my couch, they were trying to claim as my new bed, and started talking about their expenses. They needed health insurance, spending money, food, entertainment, and a car since they'd sold theirs. They actually pulled out a budget they'd created showing I could afford to give them $3,000 a month if I cut back on unnecessary expenses like my gym membership and Netflix. My mother said I could also get a second job on weekends to help cover their costs. They were completely serious. For the next week, they refused to leave. They ate all my food, used my things, and invited their friends over to see their new home. They told everyone I was happy to